All right, boys. So let's talk about Stephen Wonderboy Thompson and what is going on with the man right now. As we all know, Stephen Thompson was scheduled to fight Michael Pereira in the welterweight division. This was for UFC 291, but the fight didn't happen because his opponent did not make weight. I believe his opponent was 4 pounds over. Now, the welterweight weight class, of course, is 170 pounds, and in non-title bouts, you do get a 1 pound grace. So you don't really have to make 170 pounds. You just have to make 171 pounds, and you'll be allowed to fight. But his opponent was not able to make weight. They gave him 1 hour to try to make the weight. His opponent decided that he wasn't going to try to make the weight. And I guess he believed that Stephen Thompson was going to take the fight anyways. And of course, there's good reason for him to think Stephen would take the fight, because Wonderboy has done that before. Darren Till, in their fights, he didn't make weight, and Wonderboy still took the fight. Of course, Stephen Thompson ended up losing that fight. It was a closely contested fight, and Stephen lost it. And he said he would never take a fight like that again, because he did believe that the added weight was an advantage for Darren Till. So the fight doesn't happen because Wonderboy says, I'm not taking the fight. My opponent did not make weight, so I'm not going to fight him. And he's well within his rights to say that. And, you know, full credit to the MMA community. A vast majority of comments that I've seen surrounding this topic has been one of support to Wonderboy. A lot of people understand exactly why he did not take the fight, and a lot of people have shown support for it. Of course, there are a few comments here and there saying that he should have taken the fight anyways. You're a fighter. Who cares? It's just 3 pounds. Does it really make that much of a difference? I'm going to tell you guys right now, bro, it definitely makes a lot of difference, because you have two fighters who are no longer operating on an even playing field. Like, it's not easy for Wonderboy to make that weight. Pretty sure it's not easy for him to make that weight. He's talked about in the past how difficult it is to make that weight. So on one hand, you have Stephen Thompson, who did every single thing in his power to make the weight, dehydrated himself, depleted himself, made the weight. And then you have another fighter in Alex Pereira who goes, you know what, not Alex Pereira, Michael Pereira, who goes, so I'm not going to be able to make this weight, and I'm not going to put in the extra effort to make the weight. I'm going to save my energy. I'm going to save myself. I'm going to go into this fight heavier, fresher, and I'm going to try to win the fight. And that's not fair. That's not fair even a little bit. It's not fair to Wonderboy, and it's definitely not fair to the sport. When you sign a contract, the contract is an agreement between you and your opponent that you guys are going to follow what has been said in that contract. And if one of you breaks it, the other one has every right to go, I'm not going to honor it then, right? They both signed a contract to fight each other at 170 pounds, which means they both agreed that they were going to weigh in at 170 pounds or 171 pounds grace. And if one of them goes, well, I am not going to weigh in at the agreed upon weight, I'm going to weigh in at something higher. I don't know, 174 pounds or whatever. We didn't agree to fight at a catch weight. That's not the contract you signed. The contract you signed says welterweight. Welterweight division is 170 pounds. And if you're not going to weigh in at the weight that we agreed, then I don't have to do the fight. I don't have to agree. You forfeited that contract. You broke the rules of the contract. So I don't have to do the fight. And he's well within his rights not to. Now, the biggest thing now is that they haven't paid Stephen Thompson, right? In the UFC, you have show money and then you have win, right? You're paid a certain amount to show up, and you're paid a certain amount when you win the fight. And Wonderboy showed up. He showed up. I don't know how else you could possibly show up than to step on that scale, make the weight. You're already there. I mean, what else is going to stop you from actually making the walk to the octagon? He showed up. He made the weight. His opponent didn't. And I think Stephen Thompson absolutely deserves his show money. Whatever the hell it is, he deserves his show money. He did an interview with Ariel Helwani where he was saying that he does believe the UFC will do right by him. Dana White apparently is on vacation doing whatever. And when Dana gets back, I'm pretty sure it's only reasonable to pay that man. Now, with this whole topic, of course, comes the conversation around weight cuts. and what should be the appropriate punishment or consequence for missing weight. Because right now I believe it's like 20 to 30% of your fight purse, and bro, that is really not enough. It really is not enough, because when you take a look at the rankings, right, Michael Pereira ranked number 15 facing Wonderboy, who's not ranked number 15. He's ranked much higher than that. He beats Stephen Wonderboy Thompson while forfeiting about 30% of his purse. Guess what? He just defeated Wonderboy. Who gives a shit if he gives up 30% of his purse? He just beat Wonderboy. He moves up in rankings. He has that win against Steven on his record. That gets him closer to a championship. It opens him up more to sponsors. Just opportunities will just fly in from all over the place by beating Wonderboy. And so a lot of times fighters will make a calculated risk in their head. Okay, I can't make this weight. I'm not going to deplete myself any further. I'm going to save myself, save my energy, walk into the fight much heavier, much more healthy than my opponent. Maybe that will allow me to beat him because he's going to be more depleted than I am. Who cares about the 30% penalty for missing weight? I don't give a shit. I'll give that up. I'll win the fight. I'm fine. I have money. Who cares? So I think it should definitely be more. I believe as I finish this dude over there, I believe Adesanya suggested 80% or something like that. It's got to be something that is emphatic, something that like will really hurt a fighter, right? Like you fine a fighter 90% of his purse for missing weight. Then you have fighters going, okay, whoa, 90%, 80% of my purse for missing, yeah, you're going to see them really reevaluate that, because that would almost be like they're fighting for free. And now the risk to reward ratio is no longer in your favor anymore. So something definitely has to be done about it. Of course, these fighters definitely got to fight more at their natural weight. I understand moving down in weight to try to get an advantage. You want to be bigger, you know, because size does matter. But I think someone like Michael, he should definitely move up. And I think maybe the UFC should have some kind of enforcement where if you miss weight, maybe you miss weight twice, like you're forced to move up, period. I believe they did the same thing with Kelvin Gastelum, where he was forced to move up. I think that should be done a lot more. Like, hey, man, you're done in this weight class. You're done. You're done fighting here. You can't make this weight. You got to move up. So, anyways, I'm going to leave it at that. Just wanted to hop on and talk about what's going on with Wonderboy right now. I'm really hoping that man gets paid. Really hoping that man gets paid and he does not get screwed over. And let me know in the comment section what you guys think about this whole thing. But I will get out of here. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out. Have a good night.